Hello everybody, my name is Negustita and today's pick a card is about why are people jealous of you? I thought I'd do a little hype sesh. Basically, these are your three piles, pile 1, 2, and 3. You can choose based on, the packaging or, the cards, or based on the oracle deck that I'm going to be using alongside the tarot. On a random note, I have not really been feeling good today. I might be coming down with a cold. But that has not discouraged me from recording. In fact, it's actually been encouraging me because I like to feel like I'm in control of my time and what I do. And so, anyway, fun fact about me. All right, well, if you need more time to pick your piles, then I suggest you pause the video right now and take your time. But if you feel confident about your selection, then I will meet you at your group and your pile. So see you all there. Hello, my beautiful pile number ones. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. These readings are timely in case anybody needs to hear that. And if you have any confirmation codes, like if there's a specific angel number you want to see, or if I don't know, like if there's something relevant that you need to hear in order for you to know that this reading is for you, then talk to your guides. You're in an ongoing conversation with the universe. As always, I'm going to clear this space, cleanse it of all negative energies. Anything that's low vibrational and non-alignment with our highest good has been told to fuck off. Not just leave, to fuck off. Go meddle in something else. I don't be doing none of that shit over here. Okay. We speak the truth, nothing but the truth, and the truth can hurt like a mother trucker. But it's better than being deceived or in a lie. So today's pick card topic is why are people jealous of you? Okay, so let's find out what it is Spirit will reveal to us. And then we're going to go in with some oracle messages later on in the reading. But Spirit, why are people jealous of pile 1? Oh, and if you were curious why I added that little tidbit in the beginning about confirmation, I think that you guys are working on that right now. I feel like you guys are, the people who pick pile number 1, you guys are learning how to build a connection with your spirit team and how that best form, like how that's gonna best be for you. And you can, of course, watch other intuitive people to figure out how they set up their connections, but ultimately how you connect with your guides is going to be unique to you and you alone. Even if it's similar to what other people do, no two people are alike. No two people are going to establish the same kind of connection with the same guide. So with that being said, it's always good to ask for confirmation until your spiritual discernment is powerful enough that you don't always need to rely on external confirmation. But with that being said, Spirit, what makes other people jealous of this pile? Oh my gosh, you see how the cards just exploded out? So we got this King of Wands energy, and then we got this Page of Wands energy. Okay, so this could actually be a specific thing. The Devil card in the back and the King of Cups. So I'm not exactly sure if this message is for pile number 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and shuffle a little bit more. Spirit, why are people jealous of pile number 1? It was pretty crappy shuffle. Spirit, why are people jealous of my pile number 1? So what about pile number 1 makes other people jealous of them? This could be like a specific physical attribute or personality trait, right? I mean, I'm curious. So what are people jealous about, pile number one? What about pile number one makes other people jealous of them? So we got the moon. This could be your hair. Ooh. Actually, there's quite a few energies here that want to speak up. It could be your hair, your sense of judgment, the way you perceive people could make people very jealous. We got the Nine of Cups. Pile number one, when people meet you, they inherently feel a connection with you. You may joke about it a lot, like, oh, this person, like, you know, you might be part of my soul tribe, but there are people who meet you and they're genuinely like amazed. They're just amazed by you. And what you have going on, or just something about your essence, like your presence, inspires people, to be to feel open, to feel connected, okay? There are actually quite a few messages here for you guys. I will say this. There is another energy here that is trying to intrude on your reading. You guys are probably more familiar with this energy than I am. But currently I'm also going through this sort of energetic dispute between me and an energy that is refusing to leave me alone. I don't know if you guys are also feeling that same way, or if this entity is just bombarding me. I don't know. But take it as it resonates, I guess. I don't know. I feel like people of this collective are probably most likely dealing with the same things that I'm dealing with. Hence why you're part of my collective. But not gonna stop doing the Lord's work. I don't care how difficult a demon is trying to stop me. I'm never gonna lose my purpose. I'm gonna keep going with what I feel is true until it stops feeling true for me. So anyway, with that out of the way, why people are jealous of you, pile number one, people are jealous of you because it looks like you have a lot going for you, especially when it comes to opportunities. There's something about, like, you may have a lot more opportunities than most people, but to you, those opportunities may not lead you anywhere. Like, for example, maybe you were friends with a lot of people who are famous or something, but they're so two-faced, or this is just an example. But it's something about, like, these people feeling very, like, you can tell these connections are not going to actually lead you anywhere. But, you know, maybe you entertain them because they're your only options. Like, not romantically necessarily, but honestly, too, this could apply for romantic situations. It does definitely seem like you're abundant. Like, you have a lot. Like, there's something about you, too, that's very mystical. I saw at the bottom of the deck, there's this, excuse me, I had to burp. There's this Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess combination. Not only are you financially abundant, financially responsible, there's something about you and finances that pair very well. Or it just has something about your aura. You're very good at maybe receiving money or making money, or maybe you have a very good schedule. You finally figured out how to work with your body and mind, or with your spirit. I don't know, something about you figuring out how you work best, that you have, like, kind of come to almost profit off of, I want to say. But with this High Priestess energy, I'm not gonna lie, when people first meet you, they don't know how to perceive you. Like, they really don't know, like, okay. So in the High Priestess card, the ruling energy is Pisces. Pisces is kind of like a reflection of, it's a really reflective sign. I say the way you experience a Pisces is the way you experience yourself. Now, this doesn't, of course, apply to every Pisces, and I'm sure there's a lot of Pisces watching, like, what do you mean by that? But from my experience of my friendships with Pisces and what I know about the actual sign, I feel like they have a way of kind of reflecting back at you yourself. So, but not intentionally, of course, right? When someone meets you, there's Pisces energy again with the Moon card. Anyways, When somebody first meets you, they kind of perceive you the way they perceive themselves. So if they think you are untrustworthy and unfair, that's actually because they are untrustworthy and they are the ones who are unfair, and they're kind of like projecting it onto you, because honestly you appear to be a blank canvas in some sense. Like there's parts of you where they have to fill in the blanks, because you're definitely not very open. I don't see you guys being very open. I feel like you're actually quite a bit closed off, and you're very guarded. With this Emperor, people are jealous of your ability to hold boundaries or to keep people at bay. This is not a group, I don't think, that struggles with discernment, because that's something that people are jealous of you about. Like, people feel like you have a way of seeing through the bullshit and getting straight to the point. Or I honestly feel like too, you deliver a lot of God-fearing moments in other people's lives, because there's something about your essence, you know, like maybe your spirit team truly does not play with your protection, or maybe it's the things you say or the things you do that lead people to like awaken or to kind of like become wiser. Like you have a very sobering energy. There's something about you that very makes people think twice about double crossing you or being rude towards you. It could just be because you're a good soul, but I also feel like there's a level of like mysticism with you that people feel like when they do wrong by you, it's gonna come back in some way. Like they could have done wrong to others and felt like, oh, I got away from that situation unscathed. But when it comes to you, it's like, no, they're not gonna come out of that situation unscathed. You guys, by the way, have a very beautiful energy. I would just like to say, you are a very beautiful soul inside and out. People are genuinely jealous of you because it appears like you have no flaws. And I know for a fact the pile you're watching may not perceive themselves as such, which is why you were guided to this video, so that you can rethink the way you perceive yourself. Sometimes, honestly, we just need a new perspective, because you are hardworking. You managed to find yourself in good graces, but it's challenging. Like, it's challenging for you to find the opportunities that you do get. And when you do finally get them, they may not always lead you where you think you're going. But the whole time, of course, right, like spirit is guiding you. You are being driven across all of this, right? There is a plan in mind, but while you're going through the motions, it most likely feels very confusing, disorienting, etc., etc. Okay, and there are a couple messages too I wanted to get out here before I tap into this darker energy that I feel. I will say this, pile number one, it does seem like you keep a lot of people waiting on you. Whether you mean to or not, it does definitely feel like people are gonna get stuck waiting for you to like look their direction. If you know, those of you who are watching are probably like, what? Like maybe you're confused, like you're like, I don't know about that one. I don't know if I keep people waiting on me. But I do feel like this pile, it's back to this like Emperor energy where you keep boundaries. I feel like you guys might be slow texters. Like you text slowly. like it takes you a while to get back to somebody. And I think that's because you don't waste your energy. You give your energy when you're ready to give it, not because you feel like you have to give it, which makes it even more memorable or more impactful. Impactful is not the word. I want to say like it's more valued, it's more appreciated because you don't just give it away. In fact, I feel like this pile in general doesn't really give anything away. you guys are not at all perceived as easy. In fact, I feel like some of you are perceived as this like player because you keep people waiting for you. And even though you have no intentions to break hearts, you've probably broken more hearts than had your heart broken. And that isn't something you have control over, but I do definitely see here that you kind of take responsibility for it. I also feel like you guys have a tendency to bear more of the blame than you actually deserve. It's simply because it comes from a source of like, honestly, it's coming back to like childhood wounds. Like I feel like you guys have had to mature early on in life. Like you've been put in situations or around certain people. Like maybe you had a parent, for example, 1 or 2 parents who relied on you for advice when you were learning how to be a kid. They needed you because you just had all this going for you even since the time you were a kid. People have always admired you. There's also something about you that's very deep and complex and hard to understand. There's lots of you, but there's also at the same time, like it's almost like this complexity is what's led you to such divine judgment. It's something about like people really do feel the presence of an angel when they're around you, whether or not you identify as an earth angel or whether or not you just have an angel that follows you around, or multiple. I do definitely feel like this pile is the type of people, like when people first meet you, they not only know there's something special about you, like something truly special, like a gem buried within your soul, but there's also something else about like fear. People fear you because they know there's something more to you. Like if they mess with you too hard, like some divine punishment will come at them. And even though these people that you come across may not even believe in a god or believe in angels, they know it's real when they're around you because they know not to play with you. And if they do it anyway, they're playing with fire. They're basically like, and they're about to get burned. And trust me, I feel like you've done your fair share of burning, because I do definitely see here you have a fiery side to you. You have a nature that you learned how to set your boundaries, not because you learned it through okay, well, you might have learned it through therapy, but I was gonna say, like, it's unlikely this pile had parents who, or or maybe a community. It's unlikely that you got to learn these skills the healthy way, right? Like, your parents taught you how to set boundaries, told you how to say no, how to identify when you feel like something isn't right for you. Because sometimes that's how you get like manipulated, or that's how you get coerced, or kind of, this is how you do things you don't actually want to do. It's hard for you to identify the fact that you don't want to do them. And if you're raised in a culture that tells you to suppress those emotions and to do it anyway, it's kind of what happens. And this is how people find themselves in situations where they're doing things they know better than, but they're doing them anyway. Sometimes, not always. Okay, but I do definitely feel like this pile learned how to set boundaries from an early age. Very, very strong boundaries. Or you had to learn like how to fight back. And I do definitely see here with this King of Wands, sometimes people perceive you as like a player, like really hard to get. In fact, almost manipulative. Because you don't really give yourself to people. But that doesn't mean you're not above. This pile, I mean, take this if it resonates. If you guys do like have sex, you could do it without emotions. But I do also feel like there's an essence to you where like you don't play people. I feel like you let people know beforehand, like, hey, like, I'm not ready for a relationship. If you want something more than a relationship, you're not going to get it from me. I just want fun. And you make that clear. And if this person's like, yeah, okay, perfect, me too, that's my vibe, that's my wavelength. And then you guys, and then afterwards, you meant it when you said you didn't have feelings involved. So, you're just about, you're living your life, going back to work or doing whatever you do. And these people are hurt. Let me tell you, these people are hurt. They feel betrayed. They feel lied to, sabotaged, even though the whole time you were like, girl, I literally told you what was on my mind. Sometimes, though, people really think that what I'm getting is like when that kind of stuff happens, they think you are playing games with them. They think you play games, and the whole time you never did. You were so fucking for real. And like, it's something about them not accepting it and then realizing only after the fact that you were serious the whole time. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how like people's experiences with you reflect directly their experiences with themselves or who they are as a person. So if they think you're a liar, or if they think you're playing games, that's because the whole time they were playing games. And by the time they realize you meant what you said, the damage had already been done to themselves, because they didn't believe you. And they didn't believe you because they don't believe themselves, or because they don't give trust. It's giving trust issues. Oh my gosh, you guys are literally like icons. You're my hero. I love this pile. I love the energy, first of all. Second of all, this pile genuinely made my day. You guys have actually made my day. Reading your energy just made the day. So we got the High Priestess card that came out, okay, and we got the Justice in reverse. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna put these back because I kind of mindlessly shuffled. I was like rambling, talking about how much I love you guys. But Spirit, what are people jealous of this pile? And also, mind you, for some of you, I just want to say this, like, this is honestly, this reading may just serve as confirmation for situations you've been already dealing with. If you've been dealing with people that have been rude to you, or you feel like their vibes are off, I see that you're highly intuitive with this. Oh, I don't know where the High Priestess card went. I don't know. Well, anyway, I put it back in the deck, but I just wanted to finish this thought. So you guys are highly intuitive as well. That's what people sense about you, but can't put their finger on it, right? This is the depth that they feel, but don't know where it comes from. And again, this could be, you know, you could have developed your psychic powers because maybe you grew up in a very volatile environment, or maybe you lived through something like a war. For some of you, I feel like it could have been very, very intense what you lived through, especially at a young age. So you're highly intuitive. And there, I do, like, for facial features that I want to point out, for those of you who are watching who might be masculine, I feel like you have a very masculine build to you, very muscular, or you have like a defined chest, defined abs. I do feel like the men watching this are very conventionally sexy, very conventionally attractive, and you might have nice hair, like nice short curly hair, a baby face potentially. For those of you watching who are feminine, I do definitely sense like, or feel like there's a lot of like long hair. Like you guys have long hair, you take very good care of yourselves, you have a skincare routine or some type of like regimen, like something that it's very obvious you put in time and effort into your appearance, whether you're masculine or feminine watching here. And that's another thing people are jealous about you, or jealous of you for, because they're jealous that you actually take the time to take care of yourself, even though they could do the same thing. And if they actually spent the time that they were jealous of you for doing those things, if they spent that time investing in themselves in the same way that you invest within yourself, they wouldn't be so gosh dang jealous. But back to what I was saying, I feel like for some of you, this reading is meant to be a kind of confirmation for why some connections have just fizzled out. Or you might come across people who try to mirror you until they realize you're the real fucking thing. It's something about like, you guys need confirmation. Like, honestly, the issue isn't really you, but something else, and these people that you deal with, and you can feel that something's wrong. Like maybe you're around certain people and they just make you feel anxious, even though they've said or done nothing to trigger the anxiety. You just feel that way about them. That could be like you accurately reading them and then being kind of scared to trust that. And I don't blame anybody. Psychic abilities are actually very difficult to understand, because when the 3D reality, like when they don't say and do things that trigger your anxiety, but you still feel anxious about them, Some people will try to convince you that that anxiety is unfounded and that actually the problem is your brain. Like, it's coming from within you. It's not actually the other person. But from my experience, it's actually rare for me to be in the wrong in these situations. Like, when someone makes me feel a certain way, that's because they're doing something behind my back that I cannot tell. So in moments like that, where you're unsure of which direction to trust, your head or your heart, I would suggest contacting your guides, right? And you can just do that by asking, like praying. You can pray to whatever deities you believe in, and ask them to send you signs, and just watch how you will receive signs. This video could come as a form of confirmation for you. Confirmation is like something important for this pile. So please, you know, like, take this as confirmation, only if it resonates, but also like ask your guides like for things, like know that they're here for you. Honestly, the main message, other than why people are jealous of you, is that you have some high-level guides who want to guide you. They want to take you to a higher level of spiritual knowledge, a higher level of spiritual ascension, and they're trying to help you by navigating through your life. And you've been through a lot of circumstances that have been hard to explain or difficult, very difficult. You've experienced things that are very, like, the average person genuinely could not experience and then be fine afterwards. A lot of chaos. Anyways, you guys, there is a spiritual aspect to the hurt that you have felt in this lifetime, and your guides want you to connect with them so that you understand you are loved and cherished by the divine. You guys have a specific angel or an ancestor, some type of spirit that is like closely following you. It has been following you since probably the time you were a child. You may have felt this energy but could never identify it. And there were a couple times where you got close to connecting, or maybe even you did connect, but you still don't know the name of this guide. And that's fine. I don't think this guide actually cares about like you understanding who it is and why it's watching you. But know that this guide wants to protect you and wants to provide you information to continue to thrive in your lifetime. Like, literally just for your highest good. And that's the main message here. I think that you guys may have trust issues, especially in regards to what you don't know. But I also feel like when people see you, they see you as somebody who's so intertwined with the unknown. So it's kind of funny how that plays. But yeah, there are some angelic presences around you, within you. You are this angelic presence. And I have to say, like, there's something really important here. Like, it's not becoming as clear anymore. I have these crystals in case touching them helps me connect better. You guys are definitely being called to a period of healing. Especially from deep-seated root wounds. Sorry if you can hear all that in the background. But please just ignore it. It's my rubies. And they're also super sweet, so they slay. Just like you guys. But yeah, you guys are cherished. You guys are loved. Like, there's nothing else that's more important as a message, honestly, especially from this guy that just wants to let you know, like, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you're so loved. Like, love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Like, actually. And this guy wants to make sure that you can get through this lifetime well. You know, obviously, you're gonna go through ups and downs. This is why your judgment is so good, because you've seen things, and as a result you know things, and you even these were opportunities for you to get to know yourself better. Okay, you guys, but why are people jealous of you? But also, the reason why this pile is, I think the reason why a big part of why I made this video is because you need to understand that people are jealous of you. Even if you think you have nothing of value or you think other people shouldn't be jealous of you, they are. Especially the more out of pocket somebody is, the more rude they are to you, even unprovoked. All right, unprovoked is the, you know, you don't do anything and these people are just upset about you and you're like, why are they even mad at me right now? Like, what did I even do to them? Understand, it's nothing. It's their own projections of you. How people experience you, if they have a good experience with you, it's because they have a good relationship with themselves. If they have a bad experience with you, it's because they have a bad relationship with themselves. And I want you to know that. Also, there's a lot of jewelry in this card, and take this if this resonates, but if you have like if your name is Jules, or if you have a name that like is a lot, like, you know, like alongside jewelry or has jewelry in it, like if you, anyway, you're also a dime piece. Like you're if you were a doll, you would be a very beautiful doll. Or you've been told that. So Spirit, why are people jealous of you? Why are people jealous of my pile number ones? And then after this, I'm going to get into the oracle. Okay. Well, this is interesting. We got the devil card that came out, but that's a really interesting message. So you guys, I definitely feel like something people are jealous about you, especially those who haven't seen you grow up since the time you were a kid. People who have been around you since childhood, or people who knew you when you were going through a rough period, a rough patch in your life, you know, whenever that was. They are jealous because they've seen you recover. Not only have they seen you recover from some heartache, from financial poverty, from some sort of rough situation. So for some of you, you guys could have even been homeless at some point in your life. For those of you watching, could even have struggled with addiction for some of you. And people are jealous of your ability to recover from that. Because some of the things, I said this earlier, but some of the things that you have experienced in your lifetime, like most people on this planet, if they had gone through that, or some of the people that you know, I want to say this, some of the people that you know who have seen you go through this, or who once they find out what you've been through, know for a fact they would not have survived. They would have crumpled. Like, and they wouldn't have gotten through it the way that you did. And what I'm seeing here is you have a drive for life. You have passions. You're this Page of Wands, but like when it comes to the things you're pursuing, or like, you know, for some of you, maybe you're trying to be an artist, a musician, you have a dream. I see there's some kind of dream here that you're chasing after. Now this Devil card was a little sneaky. It flipped up while I was shuffling, but it didn't expose itself. It didn't come out of the deck. I do definitely think that you guys have been dealing with some sort of dark energy in your life. This could be a controlling parent, maybe a sibling, maybe community. If not community, it could be a friend. There's somebody or something in your life that like tried to take the light out of you, the light, and it failed, or it did not succeed, or this could have been an addiction you were struggling with. But I see that this pile has either made a full recovery or is about to make a full recovery. And for those of you, no matter where you are in this journey, I do have to tell you, I'm so proud of you. Your guides are proud of you. I can't stress this enough. You are loved and you've been through shit. And that is by design, okay? Like, I wish it wasn't true, but life is full of heartaches and it's also full of joys. But if you want to experience the joy at its fullest, you also have to experience the pain at its fullest. That is the only way. You can't have it one way and not the other. It is what it is. Anyways, I do see that you guys have made a recovery of some sort, or you have a new thirst for life, a new passion project that you've been putting your time and energy to, and I do see it succeeding for you guys. Whatever it is, right? Especially if it's in regards to finances or some kind of financial opportunity, I do see it getting better for you, and people around you know it. And if they are supporting it, like fully supporting it, like you feel it in their energy, then that's a sign they're good for you. But if there are people giving you bad vibes, mixed signals, or just like you're not sure how they truly lie with you, then I would precaution you against those connections. And also another message too is, do be mindful of who you share your pipe dreams with, you know, who you share your things with, because not everybody is a fan, not everybody will support you. But yeah, not everybody's a fan, not everybody will support you. So I'm gonna get into the oracle here. Also, you know, consider booking with me if the messages resonate and you want further guidance. Oh gosh. Spirit, what advice do we have for pile number 1, especially with dealing with jealousy or evil eye? Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 1? So we got divinity. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards. Spirit, what advice do we have for pile number 1? Protection. And psychic. So you guys, either the pile watching are already intuitive, like you... Okay, so either the people watching here already are aware that they're psychic and they have a level of protection over them and they're upkeeping with that protection, or the pile here are just awakening. You guys are baby psychics, like freshly. I mean, you've always been psychic, right? It's an ability, and then you unlock it over time. You know, it becomes stronger for some of you. Maybe you were already born highly psychic. Either way, it does definitely feel like, you know, if you have been on top of your spiritual protection, your spiritual cleansing, then your advice really is to just remain in your divinity, your highest good, you know, doing things that align you with spirit's purpose and plan for you, so that you will always receive that protection and your gifts will get stronger and it'll actually help you navigate better. But for those of you who are new to being psychic, or maybe your ability, like you're latent, like it just awoken, or you had an experience. Anyway, you do have protection over you, but some advice would have to be about your protection. Like, consider putting a salt barrier around your house. Consider having like I was just thinking a meditation circle. You know, consider having around crystals like amethyst and tiger's eye, because this is also very good for protection. Personally, I feel like for you guys, black amethyst, or black obsidian, excuse me, black obsidian. I said black amethyst. I don't even know if amethyst comes in black, but if it did, that'd be cool, but I don't know. I don't know if it comes in black. I don't think so, but yeah, highly suggest you guys get black obsidian. There's something about absorbing negative energy, because if not absorbed by a device or cleansed from your energetic field daily, it could kind of, you may absorb it as your own, and then you have to like, you kind of have to process it the way that humans process emotions. Or so what I'm getting is like, you know, like a scenario is coming in my mind. Maybe you were friends with somebody who secretly hated themselves, but when they looked at you, they see someone who actually loves themselves, so they were not only jealous, but they kind of hated you because you had something that they wanted. And so that hatred, even though like it wasn't meant to be weaponized against you, it kind of seeps into your energy, and then it kind of sits around you. The way I'm visualizing it is like, let's say this circle is you, and you know, this negative energy is like around you, and without proper protection, eventually it'll seep right through into you, and then you have to deal with it. It'll manifest itself as like anxiety attacks, or it can manifest itself as like a depressive episode, where you feel really shitty about yourself, but you're not really sure why. Like, why do you feel shitty about yourself? You don't get it even, but it's happening anyway. And then it becomes something you have to deal with like that, until eventually, you know, you kick it out of your energy. You realize it was never yours to carry, but that could take months before it gets out. So protection is really about like making sure what you feel is authentically to you. And of course you will always be able to perceive what is going on around you, but just being careful not to mistake it as your own. You guys are highly psychic. If you need a confirmation, that's your confirmation. You guys are divine beings. If you need a confirmation, that's your confirmation. Make sure to upkeep these things by protecting yourself and your energy. And you are blessed. I love you. I hope you take care. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, pile 1. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So, we're going to ask, who's jealous of you? And before we ask, not who, oh my god, no, I meant to say like, why are people jealous of you? But maybe for this particular pile, this is going to be a bit of a juicier reading. We actually might be getting into the who and the why, more than just the why are people jealous of you. But then again, you know, see what spirit wants to reveal. I do kind of feel like for this pile though, it is going to be more geared towards that, just because of that slip up I had. But no worries. We will be cleansing the space of, I'll say evil energies or low vibrational energies I do not want present. And also clearing up the previous readings energies so that, you know, we can start with a clean slate here and get to the root of the message, for clear, precise communication between spirit and I. I'm going to cleanse the space. Take a second and take in your guys' energy. Okay, pile 2. Before I say anything else, I do want to say this pile is very aesthetically pleasing. People might be jealous of you because of your style, your sense of fashion, could even be the way you look. I do feel like for some of you, it could be like you're very appealing, very beautiful. Yes, or you just have a good eye for fashion. You have a good sense. Oh, by the way, we'll be getting into oracle messages after the fact. After the tarot portion's over. I do want to say though, for you guys, I feel as though, oh, and you know what, hold on. When we get into the why portion, I'm actually going to use these oracles. I'm going to pick the second one. And the messages in the year might also reveal to you who might be thinking about you. I don't know why for this particular group we're getting into the who. All right. I don't know. Spirit might want to start something. I'm just kidding though. Obviously not. We're Jenna for the high is good at the collective. No, petty shit is not welcomed here. But I will say, maybe it's time you know. It's time you know, because you probably been suspecting for a while, but it's time you know who has been thinking about you and like why. All right, we already got a knight character here, but let's see here, spirit. Why are people jealous of pile number 2? So we got the 10 of cups. My god. Then we got the 4 of pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. You guys definitely scream stability. There's something about you. I want to say people are jealous of you because of your destiny. It's giving like destiny type vibes. And then we got this 9 of Pentacles in reverse here. There's definitely people who compare themselves to you, who feel less than, especially when it comes to whatever you got going on. I do feel with this 4 of Pentacles, people might be jealous of you because you have options that you don't really invest in. I feel like honestly you're more focused on life, which is what gives you that stability energy that makes people pine after you. So we got already a character here. A character, this could be like a who potentially. So there's this like King of Swords. Now this could either be another person or this could be how people are perceiving your energy. But this King of Swords is like a air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This energy is also kind of showcasing to me that like you have a very stern side to you, a very stern side to yourself. What is this? You guys notice how his blade is chipped? You guys see how his blade is chipped down here? I don't know why I feel like that's important for you guys. I feel like there's something about your intellect always being sharp, witty maybe, but I feel like this is more of a who, and this could be somebody here who had tried to use their words to cut you down. Okay, somebody here who's jealous of you is most likely a masculine energy, or someone who's operating in their masculine, somebody who's like kind of upset. Like could be air sign. They could have a stallion in air placement, if not an actual air sign. It's giving jealousy. It's kind of a murky energy. It's like a little clouded judgment. Like somebody sees you almost like an ideal version of you that they know that you can one day become, even though currently you're not that person quite yet, but they almost hate you for your potential. And that's what I meant earlier by destiny type shit. Someone's like upset that you have a lot going for you, or you have the potential to accomplish a lot, especially stability, like emotional fulfillment. So we get this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could be air or earth sign. Y'all, hold up. This is getting so messy. This is another energy present here. People are jealous of you, pile number 2, because like you don't really care about them anymore. I'm gonna be so for real. These people see you as somebody standing in your power, or you're just not giving to them like how you used to, and they feel like, first of all, these people might oh my god, these people may pretend like they have more going for them than they actually do. These people might go to fancy places, buy fancy clothing, but they can't actually afford it. But you, on the other hand, you don't dress that way. You don't buy clothes that you can't afford. You don't do stuff like that. This pile is actually pretty good with their money. And there's 2 people here. They could be a couple, but if they are a couple, they're highly dysfunctional. They could be a part of the same friend group as you. There's this like Queen of Pentacles, and this energy is very like very, very jealous of you. Especially this is somebody, it's giving mirror, mirror on the wall. Like, who's the fairest of them all? Like Cinderella's like evil witch lady in her town, or whatever the fuck. That's what I'm feeling from you guys. Like I genuinely feel like there's this energy here who's like very upset with you because maybe they think you're more beautiful, more stable, I don't know, or you have like more opportunities, or just the fact that you live in your authentic truth. Like you don't do what they do. You don't go shopping at luxurious brands because you can't afford them, but they do. And then they break their bank trying to pretend like they can afford that lifestyle, and then they're like mad at you for not doing it. But the whole time is like, it's obviously they need to just be honest with themselves. But Spirit, why are people jealous of pile number 2? Okay, so we got the 3 of Wands in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles, or sorry, Queen of Cups. It just randomly saw the deck like kind of like split at that point. You have one good option coming towards you. I feel like you guys really have options. I think that's what this card here, because the traditional meaning of three of Wands doesn't really make sense. I do definitely feel like, though, you guys are doing something long distance, or you're planning on doing something long distance. You know, if you plan on traveling, That could very well be what it is. I do feel like for some of you though, like there are a lot of people around you who like you, romantically speaking, and people could be jealous of you. You may not even be aware that they're trying to court you, or that they like you like that. But there are people here who would do anything to be with you, and you don't really care. And that's pissing some people off, because you're not focused on romance. You're not focused on these people and these low vibrational things, because maybe you realize none of these options actually care about you or love you genuinely, and you're looking for genuine love, which is how you're going to get this 10 of Cups. For some of you, it might actually be in a relationship, and it's like such a healthy and stable relationship, and people are really mad that you found a good partner for you. And you're not really giving these connections any time or energy, especially if these connections are like toxic to you, or you feel like they're toxic for you. Oh, okay. Fuck up my spread like that, I guess. Anyway, there is another thing that wanted to come through here. There is this Ace of Swords in reverse type moment that could be definitely, sorry about that. There could definitely be somebody in your energy who feels like they've been lying to you, or that you've been lying to them. I don't know. What's this Ace of Swords? What's the Ace of Swords, Spirit? In reverse. I gotta clarify it. Ooh. Alright, so we got this 6 of Cups in reverse. I definitely think this is with somebody from your past. Somebody you may not have had the best break fallout with, or this could be family as well. Or just something about like childhood memories could be important, or just long-standing connections here with somebody who feels like they never spoke their truth to you. This could be a crush from the past, or a relationship that you moved away from. This person also could have been very controlling and addicted to something or substances. They are currently trying to manifest you back, and they may be in a situation as well that they're trying to sort out. I don't know, but it definitely seems like this energy is trying to intervene in this reading. So I'm gonna put it, I mean, I don't know if you guys really want to hear about it, but I'll just leave it here. There's definitely somebody here looking to get back into your energy, but honestly, I told them no. Okay, why are people jealous of pile number 2? Why are people jealous of this pile? Why are people jealous of pile number 2, Spirit? So we got this 9 of Swords. Now, I do feel like I'm not meant to take the literal meaning. I feel like people are jealous of you because of your beauty. Do you see how there's this lady in the background? This lady in the background who looks very upset about the attention this seemingly prince or like high-standing nobleman has taken in this woman. Like the way he's like being so gentle, and he bought her a gift, and he's putting it around her neck, and it's something about like people being jealous of the fact that you receive gestures like that. If you are in a relationship especially, or if you haven't gotten in a relationship, people might just do stuff like that for you anyway, or when you do get in a relationship, people will be jealous of you for that. Yeah, let's see here. What else, Spirit? Who's jealous? Okay, so we got this 8 of Pentacles. Oh, 10 of Wands. 3 of Swords. And then the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so this is another like kind of specific message. I don't know if everybody watching this is gonna actually resonate with this part, but if you do, comment below. I'd actually really appreciate it. I feel like for you guys, like I feel like for you, hold up. I'm just taking a minute right now to kind of vibe with spirit, see what is trying to come through here before I just start rambling. Okay, so it definitely feels like there is a situation here that where it was not playing out in your best interest. See, I'm not like super, it's not 100% like clear to me what exactly the message here is. But that could very well be because I don't know, maybe I don't have like a memory or an experience that's like similar enough to what's going on here that I could like accurately relay the information. You guys, there is some sort of like King of Wands energy. You know, a player here, quite manipulative, who tried to put you in a third-party situation. Yeah, this was somebody who did not give very much to you in the connection, in their reading. There's somebody here that you walked away from, and people might be jealous of this person, or the people in this person's life are jealous of you. This person is not known for committing, or really like working on themselves or working hard to heal. It's something about like they're doing things for you that they have never done for others, and you may not even be aware of it, but it may be in the reading because this, oh my god, the Star card. This person is healing right now. I also saw the Hermit card earlier, but I didn't really take it. This person right now, this individual, this dark emperor type energy, or this like, you know, King of Wands, this is somebody who is actually like, they're healing a broken heart. They're doing things that they've never done for other people. Like, and another message too, this person, while you were in their presence, you may have thought they didn't treat you the best, but actually they've never treated anybody as good as they treated you, and in the way that you were like, well, that's subpar. So it really says something about like them as a person. Now, you know, quick little disclaimer here, these connections can be very hard to navigate, and as a tarot reader I can only tell you like 10% of what's going on, just because that's what I'm reading from the cards. So do use your own intuition and discernment, but I have a heart for you guys. Like I do sympathize with the people watching this, because this connection seems like something bad for you, but it keeps being presented. And if you've been wondering why this person's energy shows up in your readings, or how you find yourself with them, energetically speaking, that I don't know. It seems like it's a part of our journey in this lifetime. Could very well be what they call like twin flame soulmate activation type shit. But what I can tell you just from the energy here, this person is not the best, not a great person, and they also struggle a lot with addictive substances, like whether it's nicotine or something else, or addictive behaviors. This person honestly is very, very flawed as an individual, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it seems like you are quite the opposite. Like, you do have your flaws, but your flaws present themselves in different ways. This person's flaws are destructive, almost self-destructive, and anybody around them could be collateral damage. But it seems like the way you display your unhealthy behaviors or your flaws are not nearly as damaging. It's like you guys are not the same, but you're very similar, and you're meant to learn from each other. I don't know. But what I will tell you is this person is actually attempting to heal. This person is actually trying to, like, whether they got into therapy or they've been opening up to people about the things that they experience, and it's 100% because of you. It's nothing else. I'm sorry, but it really isn't. Like, they could have had a lot of chaotic things happen around them during the time that you were in their life or after you left, but this person is choosing to heal these traits about themselves. This person exits situations once emotions start to get high because they get overwhelmed. This person is also not the type of person who will work very hard to keep a connection. They're not necessarily lazy, but they rely either on manipulation tactics to keep someone in their energy, or they do something else. And this person may have tried those same tactics on you and they failed. But the thing about you and this person's connection is they really want you bad. That's why, like a nuisance, they keep showing up in your readings. It's basically like a fly everywhere around you, and you're probably sick of it, but it's here because it can't leave you alone until it does what it needs to do to move on from you. And this person, or you know, whatever that is, right? But this person has to face a lot in order for them to heal, which is why they never did it. And this is very grown up of them, but they're actually doing it now. And this person is notorious for not committing, for honestly like being a douchebag. But for you, it's like they're doing everything they can to be a better man or person or woman, you know, depending on how these roles play out. I think I'm going to pull 2 more cards about this situation and or about why people are jealous of you, and then move on to the oracle. Okay, so we got the Empress card, which is not surprising. Then we got this 2 of Wands. So you guys, you are highly desired. You're very beautiful. I know I've said that already, but you are very beautiful. And it's not just on the outside. Believe me, it's the inside that keeps you just the centerpiece. The attention, like attention finds its. Some people have to work very hard to get attention, but attention just finds you, and that's what makes you on a different level than other people. What puts you on a different caliber, because you don't go looking for it; it finds you, and that's really saying something here, you guys. You're highly desired. You're very beautiful. I keep saying that because with this Empress, that's the thing that's sticking out to me. You will make a presence, or you have a presence to you when you enter a room. You may try very hard to dim your light, or to, you know, to seem kind of like a regular Joe, but you're not. You're not a regular Joe. You are the girl, or you are the man, or you are the non-binary person. Okay. You guys are just stunning individuals, both inside and out, and people actually fight over you. You may not know it, but they do, in closed doors, behind closed doors, in group chats. When you're not in the room, people talk about you a lot, and that's really important for you to understand. You get talked about a lot, and people have gotten into fights over you as well. I do definitely feel like with this 2 of Wands energy, it's like these 2 guys are low-key duking it out to see who can hold your hand, who can have the first dance with you, that type of shit. All right, is what I'm feeling here. Yeah, there's another meaning behind this card, but I don't think it's going to resonate with you guys. So actually, before I move on to the oracle deck I was originally going to take, we're gonna look at what the messages with these cards are going to reveal to us about why people are jealous of you. Ew. Sorry. Like shuffling. Okay, I think it's ready. So, Spirit, what can you show us about why people are jealous of pile number 2? Okay, so we got I am thinking of forever in reverse. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to really take that in reverse, but I do definitely feel like it can be read either way. I'm in love with you. There's definitely somebody here who wants to be with you, but maybe doesn't want to share it. It's something hidden. It's something they have to heal to get to, or maybe they're afraid you don't feel that way about them, or maybe I'm just holding the deck upside down. Whoops! Anyway, funny how that happens. So every song reminds me of you. I'm thinking of you. You guys may also mirror with this person's feelings towards you, or maybe you feel like you listen to, they send you songs to listen to. We also got I'm sorry for the way I handle things. If I can't have you, nobody can. No, not this is a song. I think you are hot. And then love doesn't feel like enough. Yeah, so it definitely seems like this person relied on the connection to keep. Sorry, this is, it really feels like a specific person coming through here. So, you know, is he still at the bottom of the deck? Probably not. No. So, you know that King of Wands energy? That's just how I'm going to refer to this energy. So it does definitely seem like a King of Wands or this Knight of Pentacles energy wanted to keep you. Like this person apparently loves you, but is very immature. And you guys are connected to astral, like in the spiritual realm. Only take that if it resonates. But it does seem like they send you songs, or you may send them songs, or this person just misses you, and so when they hear a song that reminds them a little bit of you, they just think about you, something like that. This person is also very possessive. It seems like they screwed up their own shot with you, but even though they're the ones who are at fault, they don't want to let you go. And also, another thing's coming through. It does seem like this connection had potential for some high level, like you guys maybe could have married each other. That's what I mean, like high level commitment. But this person at every step of the way chose not to go down that path with you. And it seems like now they're really paying for that, energetically or emotionally. And also this person relied on the fact that, like, especially if you told this person you were in love with them, this person relied on your love to make up for the fact that they're a shitty partner, or that they're not doing enough to keep you, or there's something here like they were relying on your love for that is no longer doable. I'm gonna take this card and then move on to the other oracle. I should have never let you go. Classic. Oh. Okay, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but the landslide, maybe there's another message. This probably is. Ooh, I have a secret. Oh my god, what's the secret? Ooh, what the fuck? And then I've been thinking about you a lot. Kind of seems like it wanted to come out. I have trust issues. I don't trust you. I miss being around you. Yeah. I've been having regrets. Yeah, definitely. It's giving shoulda, coulda, but didn't. And I'm ready. I love your body. Yeah, you guys. Not now. I'm not ready today. Yeah, so it's like very wishy-washy. Yeah. But I guess it really just depends on who's watching, or I don't know. I will say this, the more you want this person, the less they want you. And the less you want this person, the more they want you. So if you want this person bad, then they are not ready for you. But if you don't even care about this person, then they want you bad. But honestly, girl, I don't know, babe. It's up to you. I don't even have advice to give to you, because I feel like I'm going through a similar situation. And honestly, like, I'm just going to do what I think is right, which could end up being the wrong thing. But for me, I feel like ultimately, if you are stupid enough to lose me the first time, you're going to be stupid enough to do it again. So personally, no. But, you know, people do change. People can get better. Yeah. Alright, pile 2. Let's see here. What are the messages with this oracle deck? And then I'm going to probably pull a few cards and then end it. So we got dark male. And then we got freedom, casual being. So this person that you may be talking to is a dark person. Like, they could be like, you know, of black descent, or this person could also this person could I don't know, just be in a very dark energy. I take it kind of literally, like they could be working with dark energies, or they could just be dark themselves. It came up, and it's the only card that came in reverse. I do feel like there is like a negative connotation with this. This person may also be both black, like dark, of a richer complexion, and also maybe manifesting with questionable energies. Not, I mean, you can manifest with demons, you guys. It's not just, I mean, look at Doja. That's what she be doing. It's not just angels, okay? We got freedom, casual being, right, lightness. These are things I think people honestly are very jealous of you about. It definitely seems like you're in your authentic truths. I do also feel like, you know, you have a very like youthful energy to you. There's something about you that's childlike. So be careful. People may try to like I was gonna say the word groom, but people may try to like take advantage of that. And you guys, this last message, I'm not super clear on, so I'm gonna reshuffle. Spirit, what's the final message here from this dark male? And then, yeah, we'll just cut it. We got friendship. It does definitely seem like this person wants to give you an opportunity of some kind. I think it's more financial than anything, but I don't know. Be careful, you guys. I'm not honestly getting the best vibes. So you have been warned. Anyway, though, I do hope these messages resonated with you, and I also hope that it was able to bring some clarity, or just, you know, serve you in your highest good. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your pile to your video. Oh gosh. Anyways, so basically, as I covered in the intro, we will be discussing why people are jealous of you. These are the oracle cards that I'm going to be using, but we're going to pull that to the end of the reading. We're going to go through the tarot first. So there's a lot of nudity in these cards. I'll do my best to shield your innocent virgin eyes, but and I know somebody was like, I'm not a virgin. Yeah, well, you know what? You are in the eyes of God. I'm kidding. I don't know. That was funnier in my head than when I went to say it out loud. With that being said, please disregard it, because there was no malice behind that comment. Anyways, guys, so I'm going to be cleansing the space before I get into channeling for your pile. As always, I'll be burning some Palo Santo. Alright. Clearing the previous group's energy and making space for clear, precise, concise messages between Spirit and I in order to serve our highest good here. Oh gosh. Sorry, I know it's like taking me a second. Some of the smoke out of my eyes, and my eyes like start to tear up. But anyways, okay. So how are you guys feeling today? I've been feeling pretty good. I just felt like asking. Just cause, but I also feel like you guys are doing well, but maybe are going through a rough patch right now. So it's time to remind you of what makes you amazing, beautiful, exceptional. You know that one Lady Gaga meme where she's like, vomits on it, shits on it, eats it up, gives birth to it, something like that. I feel like you guys need to be reminded about how exceptional and amazing you are. So we're going to do that by reminding you why people in your past have been jealous of you. Now, whether or not you know these people have been jealous of you is another thing. but today we will be providing some clarity on it. So let's see here. Why are people jealous of pile number 3, Spirit? Why are people jealous of these people? Of this group? Okay, let's see here what we got. Ooh, that one came in hot. So we got the 10 of Wands here in reverse. It's something about your inability to give up on your dream. Now the Tower card also showed up. This is a little, I'm gonna need to get a clarifier on this Tower card. Could be the way you save things from, especially from disasters. You might be a wedding organizer. Some of you may have a job or a business or some sort of thing where you are in charge of like important shit. Like maybe you're like a boss of your own company, or maybe like you work at a company, you might be a manager. I don't know, but I feel like whatever you do, you're obviously like in charge, or you prevent disasters from happening. That's what I'm getting here with this Tower card in reverse. Like I feel like you prevent disasters from happening. Maybe you have like really strong psychic gifts and you see foresight, like you can just tell something bad's gonna happen and you prevent it from happening. Like, or maybe for some of you, like, you know, maybe you just like I'm getting like a quick save type of energy, and it's reliable when it comes to you. People can rely on this about you. And I also feel like, especially if you are just entering some kind of field, a business field, I do see you succeeding and you are looked at as someone with a lot of potential. With this 10 of Wands, it's something about you not giving up, or maybe if not give up, it's like, or more, it's more so like you learn how to ask for help, or there's something. I don't know, or maybe you release burdens. I think you might be an Aquarius. Yeah, an Aquarius, or you're somebody who's very liberating to be around. You release your own burdens. People are jealous of you because they see that you get to live a life where it's by your own rules. You follow your own heart, and it's amazing. It's inspirational. People are inspired by you. They find you to be like this pinnacle. Like they see you to be like somebody who they can look up to or aspire towards. Honestly, some people may even see you as magic, or there's some magic around you, the way that you get to just live your life and the universe provides for you or takes care of you. There's this also coming through. I do definitely feel like people admire your ability to trust yourself or to trust your gut. And for you, maybe an ongoing an ongoing objective, mission, I don't know, maybe an ongoing thing. Maybe you haven't mastered how to trust yourself is what I'm really trying to say here. But when people look at you, they see you as somebody who's like got it going on. Okay. I do feel like you guys are embarking on a new journey, okay? And people are looking at you while you're doing this, especially if you do anything on social media where you have a platform. People are looking at you, watching your content or engaging with the people. You might be surprised just how many people care about what you got going on, who in your waking life may not say anything about it because they got an ego, or they're jealous of you, etc., etc. Okay, you guys. All right, we got this 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, hold up. What the fuck? Spirit, why are people jealous of my pile number 3s? Why are people jealous of this pile, Spirit? Okay, you are highly ambitious. Why are people jealous of pile number 3? Ooh, and you guys are not afraid of... You guys are literally like inspiration boards. There's something about you that's like, you have no idea how much people look up to you. You have no idea, pile number 3. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so what I got here when these cards came out was a very powerful presence to you. People literally look up to you. Either that's because your stature is tall, like you're very tall, so they have actually no choice but to look up at you, or maybe you're just so inspirational. There's something about like you kind of don't give a fuck. Like, you really kind of don't give a fuck, especially like if you identify as like non-binary. It's the way you express yourself, it's the way you hold yourself. Like, you literally don't care if people find you attractive or if people care about what you got going on. I'm really getting this energy of like you're so unbothered, or you appear to be unbothered. Okay, you don't really get the haters they don't really get under your skin like that no more. But I do want to say here, it's something about how you're unapologetic. You express yourself. You show up in every space as your authentic self. And let me tell you, people would kill to be in your place. People would kill to be as brave as you are. But you don't even consider it as bravery. You consider it as living in your truth. And you have like this inherent desire to live by that code. All right. So people are jealous of you, because you have no issue walking away when situations do not serve you, which is such a powerful thing to do. And it's also like there's two sides to this, right? Sometimes, right, people walk away so quick that they don't actually let a situation have an opportunity to breathe. And on the other hand, some people stay in connections like 10 years after the fact that they should have left. All right. And it's about balance. Honestly, life is all about balance. But I see like for you guys, you are not afraid to walk away, because you have this feeling within you that something better will show up. And because you feel it, you follow it, and it leads you somewhere. And I mean, I don't know how that always pans out for you. I know personally, I feel that to be true. For me, I know when I walk away from situations that don't serve me, what's ahead of my, like, what's the next part of my journey is peace or love or prosperity, whichever the fuck. And for you guys, I definitely feel like you have a lot of people that you rejected or feel rejected by. I do kind of feel like there may be a specific energy that wants to come back here from your past, or as Four of Cups is kind of ambiguous. I feel like you guys are very content with what you have, and that's why, you know, I see you guys probably spend a lot of time in meditation, honestly, but I feel like you're content with where you are at, so you're not really phased when chaos occurs around you, which is where this Tower card comes in. You might, okay, really random, you guys might have like a moon in Virgo, or you might have placements, not your sun sign, but other placements in Virgo. I feel like you guys may have like this combination of air, sun, moon, Virgo. And I say this, or even if you don't have this combination, what I'm really getting here, what I'm trying to say here is like, you may have a personality where you are very stable. You're a rock in chaotic situations. Moon in Capricorn as well, or Moon in Taurus, but I'm leaning more towards Virgo just because I know some people with Moon in Virgo placements who also have like Sun in Aquarius or Sun in an air placement, and it's the dichotomy between these two energies that flow effortlessly into you. Or you may have had to work on these two different energies so that they can flow effortlessly between each other. But it's about really respecting what your Virgo side of you wants and what your Aquarius side of you wants, and then finding a balance between it. And people like literally would kill to be you, or like they're just so jealous, or they're so upset that they cannot disturb this balance between you and yourself. And this is like, what I mean by that too is like, so like right, Moon in Virgo, what I'm getting is like your sacred place is chaos. There's something about moons and Virgos, like it's something about like chaos around them. It's where they thrive the best. I don't know exactly what that is, but it could be because they take themselves out of their own head, and then they can apply themselves in the living moment to create order. And that's something Virgos are very good at. All right. And then with this Aquarius placement as a sun, what I mean by that is like you're somebody who naturally follows your own beat of their drum. Like society could sit there and try to preach at you, but you honestly don't give a fuck. Oh, there's also some Cancer placements here with this water with cups here with 8 of Cups. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. 4 of Cups, and then there's also the Chariot. So there's those signs as well if you guys were curious. But and also Scorpio energy with the Tower. There's water and a bit of air, a bit of air, a bit of fire. bit of pentacle energy. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. I feel like with this like sun, what I mean by like sun in Aquarius is like in your personality or what I'm feeling in your energy is like you are somebody who is going to live by their own code. You live by your own honor, or whatever the fuck, right? Like, I'm watching a lot of anime. So, like, I don't know if you guys have seen One Piece, but you know, Luffy. I'm not saying like you're like Luffy, but I'm saying there's a quality to you that's very similar. Like, you follow your own dreams, even if other people tell you they're unrealistic. And the universe not only admires your strength to keep going or your ambition, but provides you opportunities. Because watching this show, sorry, bro, if you've seen One Piece, then you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. But if you've never seen the show, then this is probably not gonna be as funny. But y'all, this child, like, had absolutely no plan. And just went on a boat and was like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then every single episode he gets a little bit closer to his goals, even though he had like, look, like bro, if I remember correctly, in the first episode he was about to fucking die because he was like in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the ocean, and he was like carried around in a freaking basket because his ship sunk. Like, do you understand how crazy this is? He doesn't have a map to the place he wants to go. He doesn't even know how to find a fucking map to the place he wants to go. And everything happened in some bizarre set of circumstances to get him to that map and someone who can actually navigate him towards it. It's like, it's literally like, whoa. And then like, he like fights a bad guy tougher than the last one to build up to the strength that he's going to need to have if he's going to go achieve his dreams. So with that being said, right, like, I feel like for you guys, this pile watching, y'all are kind of like these, like you have a map in your heart, so you know where you're trying to go, but you may not actually know where that is, or what's gonna await you when you get there. All you know is you have this drive to go, and people not only admire that about you, but they're jealous of it. Maybe because people are disconnected from their own truths. I also feel like you guys have a way of creating stability in chaos, which is a part of why you can go after what you want. Because even when things do get chaotic, you don't really disconnect. Or I should say better, like, you don't really like avoid, maybe? I don't know, or maybe you do. But I do feel like there's something about like you're rock solid. Like, you're built of some like impenetrable stuff. Sorry. Indestructible. I don't know. You're made of special stardust. There's something different about you in that aspect, because you are not afraid to keep going when the going gets tough. And there's something here with this Four of Cups. People feel rejected by you. Okay, people feel like you don't really care about them, what they got going on. And I think this is a good thing. I think this is a good thing. But what I am getting is like, people have tried to show up in your life and either disturb your peace, or you might have had some good people that you turned away, or honestly, no. If they're jealous of you, what I'm getting is like, you've probably just recognize when people are not your vibe, and then when people are your vibe. So when people are not your vibe, you kind of don't really care about what they got going on, but those are the people that want you to notice them the most. Okay, like people who feel like they're out of your frequency or out of your vibrations. Low vibrational individuals will try petty to have you. People have probably tried to argue with you didn't even realize, or maybe you did argue with them, but it was like for fun for you, but for them they were trying to get under your skin, but you just got under theirs instead. If you are an Aquarius, I just assume you love to banter. But you know, like, I do definitely feel like you guys have a way of not being bothered by what other people got going on, or how they try to bait you into caring, you know, or like piss you off. It's kind of like that. And then when they realize they can't get what they want from you, they hate you for it. I don't know, it's weird. But so why are people jealous of or why are they jealous of you? You might be a Libra. Why are people jealous of pile number 3? Okay, well, I don't know if you guys have a romantic offer coming towards you, but people around you can feel it. And they're jealous of you for that. Like, you have some kind of offer. Somebody might be offering you something. You might be getting into a relationship very soon. That's like kind of, I mean, take that message if it resonates. With this Justice card, I do also feel like people are looking at you like you're fair, like you're karmic justice in some people's situation. And I also feel like you have a way of entering a space and then calling it out for the bullshit that it is. Like, for example, you might have a tendency to walk into a room and be like, why are the vibes weird? Like, out loud, and everyone's like they're just like all shocked looking at you like, how could you say that? And then you're like, I'm so for real, like, what's wrong? Or, you know, maybe somebody's like a jerk, and then everybody kind of just like, what I'm getting is like, somebody could like have a really bad attitude, and then all their friends like lie about how uncomfortable that makes them. Like, they act like they're totally fine with like this person having a nasty attitude, but in actuality, like, nobody likes that person. And then you're like, you like will talk to them and you'll be like, you have an awful personality, did you know that? And then they'll be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And you're just like, oh, like, I thought you should know, like, nobody really likes you. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys are that blunt, but I definitely do sense like this sort of like, I don't know, it's fair, but it's also like, damn. Anyway, yeah, that's all the messages I'm gonna take from the tarot for now, because like, I'm not getting paid for this. But if you want to hear more, consider booking. If the messages resonate, then please do consider. Now we're gonna get into the what's this called? Oracle. Oh my god, why did I forget the word oracle? I know that. Alright, so let's get into the messages here, Spirit, for pile number 3 in terms of, I don't know, honestly, just whatever wants to come through for pile number 3. I'm gonna leave this kind of blank for you guys. So, you know, kind of like, why are people jealous? Slash, you know, how to make them more jealous, how to keep them jealous. Oh my gosh, how to keep the people in pile number 3's life jealous. So we got create. You guys are, I was guessing Aquarius, but that could also be because you're an artist. Like, Aquarius are highly intuitive, innovative, I meant to say, but also very like a creative sign. Like, this is a sign that loves to create art. I feel as though for some of you, the art you make could very well be what triggers people. So if you've ever gotten like insult upon, like, if people have ever insulted your art, and it could have been artwork you're personally proud of, know that it's because they don't want to see you succeed, or know that it's not actually because your art isn't beautiful enough or good enough for praise. It's quite literally like, these people are jealous of you, so they kind of don't know how to like how to root for you, to be completely honest. Okay, and then we got explore. You guys are natural explorers. You guys also may benefit from travel, or you may be traveling very soon. Or if you haven't, and if you have the time and money, 100% I suggest you do it. I feel like there's something powerful that can come to you on a trip, or you may experience this like live, like, I don't know, but it's highly recommended of you guys. Explore, yeah. All right, then we got burdens. I do feel like for this pile, you might be having a lot of late nights, a lot of messy rooms. There's something here like in your energy. I don't know. It is obviously this is a very different energy than what we were just channeling, but it's much more somber. There's something, either it's your energy or someone close to you, that it feels very burdened when they think about you, or you might be feeling very burdened about something, like maybe you're waiting to hear news, or anyway, I am, something coming in my head is, honestly, like, channel this energy into art. Like, draw depressing art. Honestly, it might actually help improve your mood. Especially if you've been feeling very weighed down. Okay, you guys, with this create card, there is another thing about how you create best from a place of emotions, from your emotional standpoint. And if this group are like air signs, I do kind of feel like maybe that's your, like, just out of your comfort zone a little bit, like expressing emotions, really delving into them. But I honestly feel like it could benefit you in some amazing way. Like, you don't know it, but it could very well. Could also help you work on some of your shadow traits. Okay, can I get one more card, Spirit, and I'm going to close out the reading. Okay, well, this is the final message I'm going to take, and then, yeah. We got release ritual. So for you guys, there might be a connection you need to release, you know, somebody or something that needs to go. You know, you can do this by, I mean, the image here is like somebody burning memories, photos, or letters. Honestly, you know, instead of doing all that, you could just like write a letter about the emotions you wish to release, or the person that you wish to release and burn it. I also recommend full moon rituals. The best time to release is on a full moon. And honestly, I would probably just look up a tutorial from a trusted witch that you follow. Anyways, you guys, that's really all I have for you for today. I do appreciate your viewership. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. You have a place here as long as you're willing to come, you know, spend this time with me. But yeah, I hope that resonated. And if it did, please consider letting me know. Type a little comment and be like, oh my gosh, Queen Negustita, which is really redundant because Negustita already means queen. I love the content. Thanks. Bye. Anyway. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.